Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order the Tuesday evening, August 8th, 2023, meeting of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation. At this time, I'd like to call to order and establish a quorum, please. On my left,
Jones here.
Key here.
Weller here.
Kroll here.
Ligon here.
We have established a quorum. At this time also, I'd like everyone to stand for an invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of living another day. I bless each and every one of us. Give us discretion, discernment, understanding, and patience as we go about the day-to-day activities of our fair city. I thank everyone that's here tonight. Please bless our first responders and our military, and always in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
The pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
Of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Our first item this evening is citizens' comments. They will be limited to 3 minutes each. Robin, do we have anyone? No. Okay, so we will move forward with number 2 on our agenda. Do I have a motion to discuss or take action to approve the July 11th, 2023 EDC meeting minutes?
I move that we take action to approve the July 11th, 2023 EDC meeting minutes.
I have a motion by Mr. Key. Do I have a second?
Jones second.
Jones, second. I have a vote from my left, please.
Jones, yes.
Key, yes.
Weller, yes.
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
Motion passed. Now, number 3, please, on our agenda. Do I have a motion to discuss or take action to approve to August 1st, 2023 bylaws review minutes and August 1st, 2023 budget workshop minutes? Do I have a motion?
I don't understand that.
I believe those are in our back of our packet.
Is that to approve or delay? I'm not sure.
I believe we're delaying that, Mr. Key.
Why?
So the August 1 bylaws review minutes were prepared before the budget workshop minutes were sent out a little bit later separately. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
The Budget Committee was in your packet, and the workshop minutes were sent out today.
Yeah. So do we want to approve those at this time?
Is there any discussion?
Discussion?
Do we have a motion?
Key makes a motion to approve the August 1st, 2023 bylaw review minutes and the August 1st, 2023 budget workshop minutes.
Do I have a second?
Weller, second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? Then we'll vote for my left, please.
Jones, yes.
Key, yes.
Weller, yes.
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
Motion passes. Number 4 on our agenda. Do I have a motion to discuss and/or take action to form a loan program review committee of 2 to 3 board members?
I move that we discuss or take action to form a loan program review committee of 2 to 3 board members.
We have a motion by Mrs. Jones.
Key, second.
Key, second. Vote from my left, please.
Jones, yes.
We need to discuss.
Yeah,
Second.
we need to
Sorry, Ms. Weller had it.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't table this, and here are my thoughts. We're not a full board tonight. Also, in October, we may be seating new board members. So there are, in fact, 4 board places. So I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't table this until October when the new board is seated. I know we all think that a loan committee is necessary, a loan program review. I totally agree, but I just think maybe we ought to table until October.
Do I have a motion that we table this until October?
Weller will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Jones will second that motion. I agree with that.
Okay, then we will disregard the first motion, and we will take on the second by Ms. Weller. We'll have a vote from my left, please.
Jones, yes.
Key, yes.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
It passes. We will table this until October, and the new board is put in place. Number 5 is, do I have a motion to discuss and/or take action to consider sponsoring the Texas Country Music Showcase on November the 11th, 2023, in the amount of $10,000? And I believe we have someone speaking. Justin? Justin, if you'll go right there to the podium, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Good to see you guys again. My name is Justin Damiano. I'm here on behalf of our company, Cedar Creek Supply Co. My business partner is actually, we partner ownership of Bullet Bar right down the street, so he wasn't able to make it today, but I wanted to ask for y'all's assistance in our second annual Texas Country Showcase. Last year was a hit. We did it kind of grassroots and brought in a lot of people. Probably for our first time, we brought in 500-600 people, and it was at the CR Legacy event. We want to utilize the Gun Barrel City area for what Cedar Creek does. Cedar Creek Supply Co. does is create community by supplying creating community by supplying the community. So we want to create more things to have people enjoy and come out and create people coming from Dallas-Fort Worth area in order to visit the area and see what we have to offer. Our last festival was in Maybank. It was Festivals, and we had about 800 people there. And we're just growing and growing and growing. We've got Melinda's Hot Sauce and Little Caesars. We've got a tremendous amount of support. People have been asking about this festival. We have Stony LaRue already on the books for this festival on November 11th. We're expecting about 1,500 people. We'd like to do it over at the amphitheater, especially following the footsteps of what was a really entertaining, really good show with Randy Rogers. And we want to make this a staple, Gun Barrel City, for like a music capital of East Texas, if you will. I think it just makes sense. I mean, we've got the name, we've got a great city, and we want to bring more people to populate and spend money out here and grow this economy. And Cedar Creek Supply Co., I think we have done a very good job over the past year and a half. And in order to cultivate that, we're looking for a brick and mortar in this area as well. And we would really like your assistance on helping us procure and cultivate and curate this event. We're going to be putting on display a lot of vendors from the area, a lot of creators, a lot of business owners. We're really excited about this one. I can't believe we got Stony LaRue. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him, but he's a lot of fun. He puts on a good show, and we're going to have a lot of people there. And with the sponsorship, you will get backstage passes, meet and greets, and all that kind of fun stuff. But as well, you will get a banner across the front of the stage, about 40-foot banner, Economic Development Corporation, and saying that y'all were our sponsors and helped us really make this a possible thing for the city. You also will be on KCKL local, 99.5 the Ranch, 99.5 the Wolf, and the ranch, which is 106.9, which caters to the DFW marketplace. Viewership, listenership on that is incredible, just having Gun Barrel City, and y'all will have the rights to every marketing thing that any kind of print marketing, digital billboards that we have, we've already procured as well. Also social media, Market Blast, the street team, all of that kind of stuff as well. And we're not just targeting Gun Barrel and the surrounding lake area. We're also targeting Tyler, Corsicana, Midlothian, you know, name it, Ennis, Dallas, Fort Worth, and all that kind of stuff as well. So what we're hoping is to have a lot of people come to this town and stay in our hotels and visit the movie theaters and eat at the local restaurants and see really what Cedar Creek Lake has to offer. So I'm sorry I'm long-winded. I'm a little nervous, but you know. But that's what we're asking for is the $10,000 in order to get this off the ground and running, and we are responsible for sponsorships on our own end for procuring the rest of the amount in order to get this festival going. It's total. It's way under what the festivals in the past have been, and I know we'll do a very good job, and I think y'all will really enjoy it, and I hope to see you guys there.
What's your total budget?
It's we're pushing about 55 ballpark right now, 55,000, and we're also going to approach the city council to do that as well, to ask for some help from the city, from them as well. This is more for highlighting businesses and getting people to come and stay and hopefully move here. And you know, we want to create this. We want to create a destination, and so we have from the sponsors we already have that we follow us every single festival. We have Little Caesars, we have East Texas Marine, Vault Marine, we have Melinda's Hot Sauce. They sponsor, and they only sponsor us for our festivals. And they asked if we were doing July Fest. Greg Figueroa called me personally and he said, "Are you doing July Fest?" And he said, and I told him no, and he's like, "Okay, well, I didn't want to do it unless it was you." So he backs us. He also does the Byron Nelson and Texas Independence Day Jam over at Billy Bob's. And then we also have Bullet Bar, well, obviously. And I've got, the list is in front of you guys, I believe. And we'll procure on that probably roughly 20 to 25,000. So I'm not asking for a large amount. I'm not asking for you to do this for us. Jonathan, my business partner, and I we've learned a lot over the first one, which was a lot of fun, and we learned what can be done better. And even at July Fest, it was fantastic. There's a few things as far as infrastructure that we learned, and I think we can improve. I think it's going to be a great event.
I will say this, Justin, I'm pleased for you guys. I heard it was a good event, but I know last year it was kind of haphazard at the last minute, so I appreciate you getting it together. The first one can always be a little tough to get off the ground, but I appreciate you getting out in front of it. Any particular locations that you guys are looking at or that you have your eye on at this time?
Yes, sir. Actually, we were thinking about doing it at CR Legacy, but parking's not going to be, it's not going to accommodate. And at the time, that was 2 weeks ago, we were thinking that, but then I actually just got confirmation from Stoney LaRue's manager today, about an hour ago before I came here, that he has decided to do it, and he's in for actually for a lot less than Randy Rogers. Randy's a good buddy of mine, great, you know, and we've got Stoney for 20,000 as opposed to I think it was 60 something for Randy. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not, you know, I don't want to put any false facts out there, but that's I know he's coming in about a quarter of the price, and we're wanting to do it over at the amphitheater. and kind of have a similar setup. I have my stage designed and set up, lighting, fog machines, all that kind of stuff. Security is already set up and ready to go. After these past two festivals, the last one we did in Maybank, we have a team, and it's really cool to be able to bring that team to Gun Barrel. And those people, even our lighting person, he's got 7 people on staff. So each one of them are going to need a room with their wives or their husband, you know. And along with Stony LaRue alone wants 5 rooms. Hayden McBride will have 3 rooms. And I know I'm sorry, getting parched. But we have plenty of beautiful hotels here, and especially with the updates that were done over here at the motel down the street by Walker's. We can utilize that space as well as right across from Hometown Cinema as well. And I will definitely set that up and I'm assuming just from the people that I'm employing, probably about 15 to 20 rooms right off the bat on that. And obviously keeping consideration that they're going to the restaurants and that as well. But yes, ma'am.
Have you spoken to the city about using the amphitheater, or you just hope that you'll be able to?
I'm pretty sure that it would be, they first off, at our last, it was called the Festa Fools over in Maybank. I actually have city council members that came up to me and asked, we want this in our city, can you come back? They're asking us to come back. And that's, I know that it's a hard ask because Maybank did, you know, they did well, but I want to do it here because I've got a family. Jennifer Jacobs is my stepsister, and I want to support this community. This is in this town specifically. I think there's a lot to be said and a lot to offer here, and I don't think it would be a problem at all. I think there's a lot of things that we need to change, I believe, at the amphitheater as far as kind of like upkeep and, you know, infrastructure on that. And I think we could kind of help set that up as well. And we want to utilize that space because what I saw, it was ran very well with the fencing and the parking and the security and backstage and, you know, everything. The only thing is as far as people going to get drinks, it was taking an hour and a half in order to get drinks, and we definitely know we're going to utilize Hector's and Bullet Bar and a few other restaurants and bars in the area to set up vendors, like as a vendor to kind of help alleviate that problem and help generate more revenue.
So has anybody committed to you? First, you don't have a signed contract yet, correct, from Stony LaRue? You've been assured you will get one, but you do not have one, correct?
No, we have a guaranteed contract with him, Hayden McBride, Mike Randall, and also Tanner Sparks as well, which is a local, and we want to support him and raise him up as well.
Okay, you have signed contracts.
Yes, we have contracts, and we told them that it's pending on approval from City Council and EDC, and because this is what we ran into last time. We had the same questions, and what we did is we did it. We did it ourselves. We paid for it. We hit the ground, and we raised over, I think it was about 18,000 in sponsorships in a month. So I think that was, I mean, we are very good at what we do. I'm very confident in that. And so to answer your question, no, they're not signed, but we do have confirmation that they're pending upon decisions made here and at City Council.
Okay. So your budget is 50,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying you already have 25,000 in commitments from sponsors,
At
correct?
least. That's just people that have followed us from the other 2 festivals. We're looking to get even more on top of that, but that's, I mean, they've already committed to us, including Melinda's Hot Sauce, including
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Caesars and all, you know. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you want, what are you thinking of approaching the city for
For partial-
monetarily?
Monetarily, probably 40, 30 to 40. I know festivals that they have spent money on in the past is upwards of 100,000, if not more. And we're not asking for a large take. And we do this out of the passion of music and business and trying to create.
I'm just trying to make your numbers work.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? You say that you have 50,000 is your budget, so you're saying you can put on this festival for $50,000, including what you're going to pay the entertainers, what it will cost you for the lighting, et cetera, okay? You already have, you say you have commitments for 25,000, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So that leaves you 25,000 to raise, and yet you're going to ask the city, I mean, I can't make your numbers work.
I think it would be, I mean, there's a budget right in front of you in the packet. If you'd like to take a look at that, the number right on that page right there.
Yes, I have that.
Yes. So the numbers work. We're asking simply for a sponsorship to have the city be a part of this big event and to kind of piggyback off of what y'all have already done with Randy Rogers and stuff like that. We would like to also help build on top of that and make this a destination point. So yes, ma'am, we are asking for
I
a
keep hearing
sponsorship.
that. What I don't hear is an answer to my question. If your budget is 50 and you think you have commitments for 25, but between us and city council, you're asking for another potentially $50,000,
Yes, ma'am.
which means you're already, I mean, 50, 25 and 50 is 75,000 for a budget of 50,000? I can't make that number work.
Okay, I see what you're saying. We have done these past two festivals, one for Gun Barrel without the support from Gun Barrel, and we did that ourselves, and we have broken even because we did it ourselves, homegrown, you know, pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps because we were committed. And at this point, we have a really good program, a really good setup that we have to offer, and we're trying to present that to the city. And so we're not trying to line our pockets with anything. We didn't get paid off the first one and barely made anything off the second one just because it was homegrown. So we're asking for a little bit of assistance so that we can actually
But
keep
you're
doing
asking
this.
for more assistance than your budget is calling for.
Okay, well, if that's what you believe, I'm.
No, I'm adding up your numbers, Mr. Damiano. It's not what I believe. I'm adding up your numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have commitments for 25,000, then you need 25,000 more. And yet you're asking between us and the city for potentially an additional $50,000. $25,000 and $50,000 is $75,000
Yes, ma'am.
on a budget of 50,000.
On a budget of 50. And so what we would do with that with the capital that we have from that goes into our company that we would be putting into another festival. So next time we would not have to ask for what we're asking now. We're looking for perpetual growth and long-term commitment. This will help sustain us in order to do more things like this and not have to ask as much and still ask for sponsorship for you guys because I would love for Gun Barrel to be a part of this. I know a lot of people that are excited about it. And bottom
Well,
line is this.
I'm not saying I'm not excited about it. I'm just saying we have fiscal responsibility.
Absolutely.
And so now what I'm hearing is,
Everything will
are
be.
you going to make if you just break even at 50,000, that means you don't make any money. That's just a break even number?
Yes, ma'am. And so I'm willing, we're obviously willing, we have spreadsheets and books for every event that we've done. I will be transparent with you. We will be, this is Jonathan, my business partner as well. No, go ahead.
But basically, and the way that we did this in the past is that we're not asking for like a check for $50,000. We're going to provide an invoice for every transaction that we do, and then you will approve that and then reimburse us for it, right? And so we're not asking for $50,000 and just cut us a check. We're going to carte blanche go do what we're going to do. We've got a budget, we got a system, and then right now what we have to do is we have to put together the plan in order. I know we don't have a signed contract from Stony LaRue, but we're not going to sign anything until we understand that we have everything in line to put together and get the funds and get everything done with the city council and the EDC. So that's why it's not signed yet, because we'll then be on the hook for that regardless of whether or not we put it on or not. So, but the $50,000 is a break even. Every time we put one of these on, we go over budget a certain amount. There's things that go into this that we don't see, that we don't foresee, that things happen that we also, so we have a little bit of a kind of like a slush there just to make sure that we can provide ourselves some comfortability about, at least breaking even on our end of it. So the money that we're asking for is, like I said, not to be repetitive, everything's going to be turned in as an invoice, and you guys can see everything as we come in. As everything comes in, well, you can pay it as you go discretionary. The budget is just kind of like a bullet. This is what we think it's going to cost. We're not going to come and.
Allow me to ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
What type of business entity is Cedar Creek Productions?
It's a limited liability company.
Okay, so you're a for-profit business.
That is correct.
Typically, when a for-profit business approaches the Economic Development Corporation for any assistance, it's in the form of a loan or in the form of a grant for facade improvement.
Okay.
Most of the time when we're being approached for donation, it's for a nonprofit organization. So I'm trying to.
This would be more or less. It would be a grant. It was a sponsorship, just to be able to take part in what we're doing, and in order to build our business larger, which in turn helps Gun Barrel City as well. This isn't just for us doing a festival. Our company, over the grander scheme of things, our festivals are a call to action and an example of what we do and what we do very well.
Then
And
what else do you do?
we do marketing, SEO, Google Analytics, graphics, video production. We also create websites. We help customers, like as far as there was a new restaurant over in Malakoff. They came to us and asked in order to staff and set up their bar. And so we help them staff and set up their bar. We help local small businesses build. And we have, between him and I, we have a lot of experience and a lot of talents, and we know a lot of people that work very well with us. And if somebody needs something in order to get their business off the ground or help them with staffing problems and stuff like that, we can solve those problems. We just had somebody ask us. We had somebody call me a couple months ago, and they were asking about where they could get Adirondack chairs, and a local market that would sell those. And I pointed them right to a local business that sold them. We got a phone call. They needed valet service. We supplied that for them. We help every local business, no matter, you can't be good at everything, but we do help a lot of local businesses. We've built a lot of trust and a lot of strong work ethic with a lot of these customers that are people from Gun Barrel that are paying and having the card shop help down the street. Jennifer's husband, my brother-in-law, helped him get business with his doing electricity and stuff like that, installing lights and stuff like that, local business that came to Gun Barrel City.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so festivals are not your primary business?
It's a proof of concept.
Excuse me?
It's a proof of concept, meaning that we say that we're going to accomplish a goal and put on a good event for the community. We want to support and supply the community with something to do other than just to go to bars and drink and drive around and gamble, whatever it is. You know, we're wanting to try to provide other things, other events for people to do. We want to create culture. And so in order to do that, we want to draw everybody together and create an atmosphere where they can enjoy themselves and get to know people and build camaraderie and help build each other up in this town. I think that this town needs that, and I want to work on y'all's side, or we want to work, Cedar Creek Supply Co. wants to work on y'all's side to help develop that community. And we would appreciate the help to show the community even more so what we do.
Well, thank you for coming to us tonight. But I have a couple of questions for you. On your tickets, do you have your ticket pricing?
Yes, we're going to be doing $10 a ticket, and
Is that for a regular or VIP?
that's for general admission
Okay.
until a month out, and then we're going to raise to 25.
And your VIP tickets?
Our VIP tickets will, what is it? 80?
80? And the vendors that you're talking about, will those vendors be paying to have a vendor spot?
10 by 10 for $25.
Okay, so that's going to bring in some revenue there also. Do you know how many vendors you have spaces for?
We are looking at about, last festival, we had 25. And that's to showcase local businesses as well.
Right. Do you have a backup plan if the city says no to using the amphitheater?
Yes.
Okay. It's just a parking issue there. I know last time there was cars everywhere.
And yeah, we figured out a way to do that. We're going to shut off the front door and have people come through the back door. It makes more sense than having people walk around the front.
Yeah.
And we have permission to use that grassy space in between there and the CEFCO as well.
Okay, so then that would be another money, another item in your budget then. if
That
you don't
would
get to use the
cost us
amphitheater.
about $5,000.
Would your stage cost and all that be the same on an indoor?
Stage cost would reduce it actually, so we'd probably be paying about $10,000 instead of the 14, I believe it is right
And you
now.
wouldn't be able to accommodate as many people
Yeah.
either, correct?
No, and not as many people would come to the city.
Right. How many tickets did you sell for the first one?
The first one was roughly 400. The second one doubled, and more than doubled actually. And Maybank was extremely excited about it. And honestly, that could, that's they loved it. And like I said, I had city council city council members come to that festival and enjoyed it very much. And even at the Randy Rogers Festival, we went to go support the community, and I had city council members there asking me, when are we going to do our next festival? And we said November 11th, and so that's what we're working towards, and we want to bring it back to Gun Barrel City again.
Well, and at $10 a ticket, that's more doable for a family,
Yes.
if they buy them in advance.
And under 18, and veterans and under 18 are free.
Any other questions? We good?
I do have several questions.
All right.
And
Let's-
most of
yeah.
them right now have to do with legality, something we've got to research.
Say one more time.
Selling alcoholic beverages on city property, I'm not sure how that's going to go.
We
We
just did it
have,
at July Fest.
We have, yes, they did that, and also we have a liquor license as well. And we have liability insurance as well. So we've got all of that covered. We're very well buttoned up.
And that question is on liability insurance. You'll provide us with a copy, or the city's going to be provided with a copy of what your limits are and what that geo policy is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We go through TABC, and then we also have our, for that day, we have $1 million policy.
That's very common. That's very common. To have a one-day policy,
That's true.
yeah. I have to have that for vendor events,
Yes, ma'am.
so.
We good? Everybody? Mr. Ligon, you good?
I think so.
Okay. I appreciate you guys very much.
Yes, sir.
I know it's tough to raise money, and, you know, it's our job to ask tough questions. Hope you don't
Absolutely.
take offense to any of that. I'm behind you guys. We just have to do our homework too. And I wish you guys all the best with this. And we'll move forward with this. Do I have a motion
To what?
about sponsoring? We're tabling this then?
Well, I think we need to decide which
I think-
level of package.
We can't
Don't we
make a
have to
decision tonight.
discuss-
Okay.
Don't
All
we
right.
have to,
And I'm sorry to interrupt. We're not just saying that y'all have any choice of any of the packages as well. We were asking for that, but if you feel more comfortable with one of the other packages, that's fine. And I would appreciate any kind of support that you're willing to give us, because we want to support.
Right. Well, the motion is just to consider, okay? If we read our
I
agenda,
thought it was.
It was to take
no.
action.
It
Discuss
says
and
discuss, take action.
consider sponsoring the Texas in the amount of whatever we came up with. So are we going to table that then?
I move that we table this particular issue until
It is,
we can meet again and discuss it.
Okay, Mr. Key makes a motion to table this. Do I have a second?
Weller, second.
Waller, second. Vote for my left.
Jones, yes.
Key, yes.
Weller, yes.
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
And allow me to say this, Mr. Damiano, I'm behind you. I think this is a fantastic thing. I think it would be a great thing for the city. Anything that will promote this city, I'm behind it 100%. The thing I don't want you to do is get out and get in trouble, trying to put this together.
and thank you for that concern. I appreciate that.
And I think it's maybe fair to tell you, too, that we're right in the middle of
Budgets.
budgets. So
Yes.
the reason we're tabling is we have to take a look at the budget
Absolutely.
and see how much we have. to
Completely
spend.
understandable.
Good.
It was
So
just a
it's not-
discussion.
It's not,
It's not a no.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's not a no.
Not a no.
Thank you.
We've got
Yeah,
to look at where we're standing
Yeah,
for
we have
that.
And I know from some of the past festivals, there was not a lot of transparency, and we're going to be 100% transparent with you, show you everything that y'all need to see, the insurance, the TABC license off-premise. We have licensed third-degree security, private investigators, and they have it's a company, downrange security. They're also our security over at Bullet Bar as well. We'll have for every 100 people, they need to have security guard for every 100 people. So we'll have 12 to 15 security guards there, and as well as off duties if we can take care of the off-duty officers to make sure everything's safe as well. We'll do our due diligence.
Have you
I
already-
appreciate it very much. You guys do a great job.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
I
Thank
look
you.
forward to it. I'm a big Stony Liberty fan, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if sponsorship, you get to do a meet and greet. And that'd be fun.
And thank you for putting together this nice
Yes.
package for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, item number 6 on our agenda is make a motion to discuss or take action to review the EDC bank accounts and schedule a budget workshop. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to discuss, take action to review EDC bank accounts and schedule a budget workshop.
Ms. Weller made a motion. Do I have a second?
Key, second.
Key, second. Vote for my left.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do you want to discuss?
We need to discuss.
Well, we can't,
I mean,
didn't we say schedule? Robin, can you update on what we need to do to find out the information that we need?
I have scheduled right now to visit the banks, the local banks tomorrow with Brian Kroll.
Oh,
And get some
great.
answers on our local 5 bank accounts. Techstar will require a conference call, and I'm sure Brian would agree to sit with me on that as well. Then we will have the information about our accounts and can revamp our budget. Is anyone interested in having an additional budget workshop perhaps next Tuesday? That would be the 15th. Or we can schedule whenever is convenient.
The 15th? I'm going to be at a doctor's appointment on the 15th. You're talking about in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever is convenient.
Well, I think we've got to. I don't think it's a question of do we like to schedule. I think we have to have one,
Yes, sir.
yes. So
schedule one for the August the 15th at 5 p.m.
let's go for 6, please.
6, please. Is that good with everyone?
What date was that?
So we make a motion to schedule it.
Wait,
Wait.
Charles, does that work?
What was the date?
Tuesday, August 15th?
I'm being informed that 5 would be better for my ride, so if you want to make 5, let's do that.
She was making eyes. at
Talking
me,
about a
that's
week
why I
from
said
today.
At what time?
5?
Yeah, I'd be okay.
Is that okay with you?
It's good with me.
Okay, I'm assuming our other 2 board members?
I can send out an email this evening to get feedback.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and then tentatively schedule a board.
So we'll make a motion to tentatively schedule a budget workshop on August the 15th, which is a Tuesday, at 5 p.m.
Got it. Perfect.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
And we have a second. Voting from my left,
Jones, yes?
Key, yes.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
Motion passes.
Prior to going further, though, we need to make a motion. I make a motion to strike the previous item that we had a motion on. We need to get rid of, there's a motion floating around out there and seconded that we need to vote on or strike, one of the two. On the
The motion, reading it as.
the motion to have the meeting, we had a motion to review EDC bank accounts and schedule a budget workshop. We put that motion on the table and seconded it.
We did, but we didn't vote on it. So earlier, when we did that and then moved to table, we didn't go back and revisit that original motion. It never had a vote. We can do it however you think is proper.
I like from the Robert's Rules of Order, I think we do need to go ahead and say that it's
Strike the
vitiated. It's
original
gone,
motion?
yes.
We need to table it.
Okay.
So do I have a motion to table?
We're not tabling it, we're vacating it? What's the?
I have a motion that, provide a motion that we vacate item 6 as it is placed on this agenda and to be replaced by the motion to tentatively schedule a workshop.
Okay.
Have a motion by Mr. Key. Do I have a second?
Weller, second.
Weller, second. Do I have a vote from my left, please?
Jones, yes?
Key, yes.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Ligon, yes.
Motion passes to vacate. On to number 7.
6.
No.
On to number 7.
Bless my heart, I'm sorry.
I hate being the leader. Discussion of CPA and accounting processes for the GBC EDC in the new fiscal year.
Okay, so on this, it's been made very clear that it would be preferable for us to bring our accounting in-house. So with that goal in mind, I would like to propose that we gradually bring the accounting in-house, beginning with establishing our new budget for October and having the accountant work directly from that budget. One of the pages we looked at in the budget workshop was a QuickBooks line item budget. That's what she's generally working from, but she has not been entering our numbers each year when our budget is approved. So if I could sit with her and get our approved budget in October entered into QuickBooks, we can do some QuickBooks training classes, get the same version of QuickBooks that she has so that we can look at everything she's doing and get that reviewed in-house. Then we would only be using an outside CPA for quarterly workforce reports.
Okay, who is the she to whom you're?
Angela at Crier CPA, Teresa Crier's
Who
office.
we've already been using?
We have, and she's the
Okay.
most familiar with our accounts as far as helping us learn what's what in there. But I'm certainly happy to switch over to Sherry Rogers. Was very similar in price to what Teresa is, and she seemed willing to sit with us in the office and go over things as well. So if there's a preference for a new set of eyes, I understand. This is just a discussion item, so.
Well, this also, when you said that the only time that the account would be used is for the quarterly, but there will also be an annual 990 that she's got to.
Yes, yes, there are several
Okay.
things, as well as the annual audit, that are not done in-house.
And so that in effect would, I'm just trying to get straight in my mind, that would give the board treasurer more hands-on?
It can,
Or-
if the board treasurer would like that, they absolutely can be. There's still a lot of in-office types of entries that, as invoices come in,
You
and
and
checks would
Stephen.
still need to be signed by board members, you know, all that type of oversight. But absolutely, if we had a secretary with an interest in being involved or experience with QuickBooks, that would be an asset.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
So
you.
the two people you mentioned, is Angela actually a CPA, or is she working under Teresa Criers?
She's working under Teresa Crier. I can find out her credentials. I just don't have it in front of me. But yes, she works under Teresa Crier.
Okay, because I know Teresa Crier's retiring, so I
I've
don't know
heard
what's
that
going
as
to happen
well.
to.
So this could be a good working relationship, you know, with us trying to take some off of their hands a little bit at a time.
Any further discussion?
Not me.
We're good?
We're good.
Thank you, Robin. You might as well stay there. We're moving to number 8, update on the Pier 334 project.
Okay. On Pier 334, the developer has begun the permitting process with Tarrant Regional Water District regarding the docks and the changes in the shoreline. We are continuing to coordinate with TxDOT regarding streets, moving streets and intersections, and putting in a circle drive at that north end of Big Chief Drive where it's going to be closed to Highway 334. I'm also working with Mundo and Associates as well as Stephen Haynes's engineering firm, Michael Saucedo. So that's kind of where we are.
Robin, are we on that, the similar timetable that Mr. Mundo gave us during that town hall?
We are. We've accomplished 3 pages worth of stuff in the last week from him, so
We feel
we're very
pretty
much
confident we're sticking
moving.
close to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
At what point, can you ballpark when you anticipate it coming forward to planning and zoning?
That would be coming from Mundo, is that correct?
Putting on my other hat, I believe that we are at the point where we're being asked to verify the zoning for it. with
Okay.
a- with
I can
a-
check with the city
a-
planner, with Brooke, and see what the processes are on next steps.
With a site plan?
Yes.
I think once the developer, once Mr. Mundo has signed off, then that comes before us, I believe.
Okay.
So we're hoping September, maybe?
We are hoping for that.
Okay.
I've got one
was
tiny
just-
little detail from TxDOT, and then the permitting with TRWD.
Okay. That was just a question.
Any other questions for Robin? We are silent at this point. At this point in time, we will now adjourn to executive session. Let the record show it is 6:50, and we will be back. Let the record show we are re-upping, and we are here at 7:03 on our clock. And item number 9, with deliberations about a real property, we are taking no action at this time. I do want to take a moment, too, because I was reminded, I'd like to thank our city council members. I'm sorry, our Mayor Pro Tem, she already left, Rita Evans. Thank you all, Mrs. Key, for being here. We appreciate you very much and your support. And April Burns. Sorry. Now we are on to number 10. Reconvene into open session, discuss and undertake action in executive session. We are none, correct? No action. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second. Key second.
We're done.